only. The difference part I will be posting today because something to cover over there. So advantages of this part, I'm continuing so that we can start. For a few minutes, I want to cover other parts also. Advantages of NumPy over over traditional traditional one fast traditional Python objects. That is nothing but list. You can take it. So this is a very regularly asking question. Why we are going for NumPy? So here I'm writing. Already I completed some differences. I already completed. What is the first one? So NumPy is used in where? NumPy data stored always in the form of object of ND array. NumPy programming always stores the data in the form of ND array. So what is ND array? Class whose object allows us to store the data in the form of 1D, 2D, and ND. In ND again, 3D is there, 4D is there. Yesterday we learned about 3D. 3D contains what? Number of matrices, number of rows, number of columns. What the 4D contains? Number of clusters. Each cluster contains number of matrices and each row and column. Right? That is an important. Okay. For large sampling of data, for large samplings of data, come on, we use what? For large sampling of data takes what memory space? And you watch it programmatically. Right? For small data, we'll go for what? List. For big samplings, we'll go for what? ND array. And they will ask you what is small sampling, what is big sampling, and all. You straightforward go to the answer. I want to store the population of India. Population of India I want to store. Population of India go for what? ND array. The family data of yours will go for what? A list. Something like that. So you can convince the people who are asking this type of question like that. You take, open that, and you go for what? Measure the memory space of both list as well as ND array object. Okay. Next is called what? Hmm. Vector based operations, you can do it. Vector based operations, you can do it on ND array, which is not possible on list. What do you mean by vector based operation? Adding some constant, modifying some constant, do some operation with a constant value on the ND array, which is possible, which is not possible on list. So next I'll go for what? Next, data retrieval. Data retrieval, which is a very, very important point. Data retrieval from ND array takes what time? Very less time. Very less time. What is the beauty behind this less retrieval time? Because the data present in the ND array object is clustered. Some group of elements will be at one address. Another group of elements will be another address which are consecutive. Like that. If it is a list data, the elements are scattered around the memory at different addresses. You already seen in the class? Yes. Next, the fourth one is called what? Very good. Reshaping is possible. Reshaping is possible in where? ND array, which is not possible in good. Now I'm going to take up one more thing I'm going to take up here. Students, this is what I was already completed in the session. Now the another part is list contains how many functions? 12 functions, which is already explained very systematically in the class. List in list also explained. List in list also explained in the class. So even list in list and all those things is available. You are having only 12 predefined functions are only available. So these 12 predefined functions, what they do, I already explained in the class. With the systematic examples I gave you. With the systematic examples I gave you. So when you come to this place, under the list data type, predefined functions in list, everything I was explained. From first function, by showing the help to you, everything I was explained it. But here, I want to go for solving. So 11 functions, 12 functions I was explained it. 12 functions explained. Now my requirement in today is, I want to calculate something like x plus y plus y is equal to 2, 9x plus 4y is equal to some 16. Find the x and y values. This is not possible by using traditional Python objects. Not even one single Python object can do this operation. To do this operation without knowing the knowledge of linear equations, that is the linear algebra operations, I can do very easily by using the function called solve. Solve. SOLV. Solve function, which is present into the submodule of which one? NumPy. NumPy. So I mean to say complex mathematical related operations are not present in where? List object. That are complex mathematical functions are present in where? ND array object. That is a NumPy module it is present. One more thing I want to find out. Suppose I'm having the data called, so I'm having the data called 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. This is the matrix A. The matrix B is called what? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my another matrix. I'm asking, write a Python program to go for what? Adding these two matrices. Adding these two matrices. Please go to that. Please go to the command prompt once and then look at. I'm going to take up that another difference I want to write it. So I'm writing A is equal to matrix means what? Inner element like this. Inner set. You already know inner list I already explained. Inner list I explained because of these things to learn very easily. 10, 20, 30, 40. My dear students, other batch students, please take care. This is list in a list, inner list concept. Next, I'm going to take it B is equal to, I'm writing 1, 2, 1, 2, I'm writing, here I'm writing 1, 2. C is equal to what? C is equal to what? First you print it. For, row in A, for row in A, print of R, you see, it is printed one matrix like this. It is nothing but matrix of list is nothing but inner list only. Go to, this is a B, I'm writing here called R, I will write it. You will be getting this. Now I want to add them. How to add them? How to add them? If I want to add them, I need to write a very big code. I need to write around 15 lines of code. I need to write it. 15 lines of code you need to write it. Will anybody will write a? Impossible. Impossible. If it is a C programming, I will write what 35 lines to 45 lines of code I need to write it. C++, Java, .NET, etc. Even in the classroom, I will show you this code using Python how to do it. In the next moment, I will show you. But if I do like this, C is equal to A plus B, what is doing? The list A plus list will be merged together. Will be merging. Because already said when I was explaining the predefined functions, here I said extend. I can use what? Extend. You can use plus symbol also for doing that. When I say plus, they are merged together and print for R in where C, I will write it print of R. So I'm getting only merging is taking place, but not taking place addition. Then what to do? There are no predefined functions which are useful to do the mathematical calculations. Then how to do students? Now convert what? A into what? End array. B into end array. How do you do that? M1 is equal to, come on, import. Come on, quick. Numpy as NP. What is NP? I forget. Huh? Alias name. Abhishek. Abhishek Upadhyaya. Sir, I did not open Google Notes link. Sir, did not open Google Notes link. Is it opening or not opening? Opening. This that will be open for everybody. So there is no rule that it is not getting open. It will be opening. First of all, we must know how to use it. First of all, you must know how to use it, my dear student. Still, of course, much document I did not kept it. You have to use it, students. So this is the one I'm going to get it. This is the place you are using it. Click on it. So here it is available. In this place, I'm going to open it. It is available here. You select this. You select this, and you say go to this place, and you can go for what? Download, and the notes will be downloaded. You can do all the notebook notes on the date wise. I will go on uploading, and the date wise I'm going to upload. Okay, Abhishek, please take care by yourself. Let me come to the point back here. Come to this. Now I'm going to say, come on, M1 is equal to NP dot array of what? A. Next, M2 is equal to NP dot array of B. B. So here I'm going to take it. So Prashant is asking, sir, installation of Anaconda. I said to you, do it. Have you done it? Completed. Good. So Prashant, everybody was completed. I think you waiting for me. I think so. Are you waiting for me? So I think you have done it. Right. Good. Now here M1, M2. Now print that M1, print of M1, M1, comma, M1, comma, 1, comma, type of M1, type of M1. So here I'm using that is a M1 ND array type. Next is called M2. M2. Here it is called M2. So it is going to be like this. Now you do add both of them. How to add both of them? Simply M3 is equal to M1 plus M2. See how is simple it is. When I did earlier on list, it is getting merging, but it is not added. And there was no function present in where list traditional object to add these matrices. Here, see my dear students, M3 done. Print of what? M3 comma type of M3 type of M3, which is perfectly adding that elements. Is it added or not? Added. So with a simple arithmetic operation, values are added. Are you following me? Right. So Rakesh, sir, in 7/1/2025 folder empty. Even I said in the last class, it is empty only. Yesterday's I put that notes in the class. Okay. So don't make much discussion about the notes. You try to download the notes which is there on the 8th. That's all. 7th, nothing is containing. You go for 8th only. Right? Don't make it much discussion about the notes. Let me concentrate on my subject. Okay? Come to the point. HTML document not uploaded, sir. Uploaded, not uploaded. Uploaded, huh? Okay. Don't worry about it. Already I'm having the HTML document. So here I'm going to keep it. Here I'm going to have that notes. So I will upload it. I'll upload it. Already this is available with me because I have first 1 or 2 days. I'll be having certain plan of action to keep the data. Students, already there is a differences between that. Already it is available. I'll upload. Please give me 1 or 2 days time to upload in a systematic. It require 3 to 4 days to understand my notes style. So don't expect like a Python class, everything uploading on the spot. It takes time to time. I will explain it. Don't worry about it. Now come to the point. Now here, are you following me? What operator I'm using? Plus. Now there is one more thing is also there. M4 is equal to I'm writing M1 dot add function add. How easy it is, you see? Add is something like what? Normal function of our us. M2. M1 dot M2 or NP dot, I will write NP dot add of what? M1 comma M2. M1 comma M2, which is going to keep it in where? M1 comma. Yes. M1 comma M2. Keep print of what here? M4. M4 comma what? Type of M4. Type of M4. It is also going to be called as what? Addition. So what is the way to do the addition in ND array? Either plus operator or I will use. That's all. So that is not the part in where list. That means ND array contains rich set of functions to do many mathematical operations. So contains many functions for performing various operations, various mathematical operations, various mathematical operations, from normal mathematical operations to statistical operations. There are so many number of functions I'm going to explain to you. Even you can't remember that many functions. You can't remember that many functions. I will explain. These are the differences which you are supposed to tell in the interview point of view. These are the things you need to tell in the interview point of view. And next, I want to tell you one more point also. That one more point, I want to add it. Actually, it is not a difference. It is one of the precautionary point to be rememberable. It is also one of the very sensitive point in NDRA. Students, we learn list. We learned list. We learned tuple. We learned tuple. Everything we learned it. Set, frozen set, dict, everything we learned it, etc. So these things will allow us to do what? These things will allow us to do what? Multiple values allowed. Multiple values allowed. Multiple values allowed. With what type? Same type. Same type plus a different type also allowed. Different type also allowed. Different type also allowed. That is come with a unique and duplicates. This is what list and tuple will do. Even set also you go for it. Unique values only will be allowed with same type and different type. But when you come to ND array, which is related to the NumPy level, it also allows multiple values. Array means what? Here, first to talk about the meaning of array. Array meaning is what? General meaning of array. Here, general meaning of array. Every interview will ask this. General meaning of what? Array. Allows only what values? Allows only homogeneous values. Homogeneous values. Homogeneous values. Never allows which values? Heterogeneous values never allowed. Homogeneous values only allowed. Never allows heterogeneous values. That is nothing but C language arrays you take it. Integer array means it allows only integer array. Float array means it allows only float array. Character array means it allows only character array. It never allows other type of arrays. Meaning is in C programming, in C++ programming, in Java programming, in C#.NET programming, if you take arrays concept, because this is regularly asking questions, int a of is equal to, if I write it 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50, this is called valid. If I write it If I write it 10 comma 1.2 comma 30, 45 and then 67, 45.67 and then next is called what 78. If I write like that, it is called invalid because you mentioned as what int a. This will give you error. This will give you error. Similarly, if you go for character, only characters are allowed. Other values are not permitted. But in the case of NumPy, be careful. In the case of NumPy, ND array takes all the values. That means even we store, even we store different type of values, different types of values internally, internally, PVM treated as PVM treats, PVM treats as highest type. PVM treats all values as highest type, as highest data type. Highest data type it is treated. That means all the lower values are promoted to what? Higher type. This is called PVM promotes. PVM promotes lower type values to what? Lower type values to higher type values. I will show the example here. Higher type values, but it won't give error. Array meaning is what? English meaning of array is what? Only homogeneous values allowed. That is an English meaning of array. But when you come to NumPy ND array, they are also treated everything as same type only. But by converting lower type values to which type? Let me go to the example. I will go to this example. Very easy. LST is equal to 10 comma RS comma. I am writing 34.56 comma 2 plus 3J comma 2. What values these are all called? What value these are all called? List of values with a different type. What are the types of values? How do you print it? For value in LST, print of what here? Value comma, type of value, which is going to print what? Which type? Int type, str type, float type, complex type, bool type. And I already said to you in our regular Python classes, int, str, all these things are which type? Classes they are of. Are they same type or different type? Different type they are called. Different type they are called. But when you come to ND array, who is the highest data type in these values? Who is the highest data type in these values? ఎందుకా మీరు అసలు వేస్ట్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ వేస్ట్ సో లిస్ట్ ఎక్కడుంది అక్కడ లిస్ట్ ఎక్కడుంది మధుబాబు ఇక్కడ లిస్ట్ ఎక్కడుంది సో ఇన్ ఫ్లోట్ ఎస్టీఆర్ అండ్ ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ హూ ఈజ్ హ్యావింగ్ ద హైయెస్ట్ డేటా టైప్ హియర్ ఫ్లోటా ఎవరైనా ఫ్లోట్ సో ఎస్టీఆర్ గో టు ద ప్లేస్ ఐ యూస్ టు టెల్ టైప్ కాస్టింగ్ ఇన్ ద క్లాసెస్ మీకు గుర్తుంటాయి కదా మీరు చదువుకోండి మీరు వేస్ట్ చేసుకోకుండా మీ లైఫ్ ద ఎస్టీఆర్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్ ఫర్ కన్వర్టింగ్ ఆల్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ వాల్యూస్ ఇంటూ వాట్ ఎస్టీఆర్ టైప్ ఆల్రెడీ దేర్ ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ any interview if you go you will be successful, that's all. Only my notes, only my notes, because everything is there in the Python. Because the success rate of everybody, if you want to get succeeding in this modern programming in the near future, only Python will be there. Rest of them slowly disappears, everything will disappear except Python, that's all. You remember within 2 years you see majority of the people will be diverted everything to Python only. There is no doubt in that. ప్రతి ఒక్కడికి జాబ్ రాదు. Those who know Python, but everybody getting job now because the Python, if you take somebody, what are the data types? They will say their own data types. They don't know anything, and they will try to learn Python. And the teacher will complete Python in 20 days, and he is also searching for job. And they're all never get even startup company also job will not be coming. You have to do big problem solving like our Python classes. So I am trying to say here these kind of values which I mentioned it. What are the highest data type here? STR. STR is the one which allows everything to be converted into what? STR. Now I'm going to convert this into which type? List. I'm converting this list into end array. So I'm using what? A is equal to np dot array of what? LST. LST. So LST contains actually what? Different type of elements. I'm converting into end array. How this array function and PVM will be converting? Even though I have different type, all of them will be converted into same type. Array is going to be what type? Homogeneous type. So int has to be converted into which type? STR type. Float has to be converted into STR type. Complex also to be converted into STR type. True also to be converted into STR type. Because STR is the highest type in this case. Suppose I have only the value like 1, comma, 1.2, comma, 3.4, comma, 2, like this. Which value it is converted? Float type it is converted. Because the float is the highest type. Float is the highest type. Are you following? Yes. So because float will contain numeric value plus integer value, and every true value is internally treated as 1. Every false value treated as what? 0. 1 can be taken as 1.0, 0 can be taken as 0.0. Already these are explained in childhood days only. In LKG level only explained when you went to playgroup only. All these things. Now go to the place, enter this, and print A. Print A comma type of A. Everything is enclosing within the quotes. Oddu see carefully. Everything enclosed within where? One. Single quotes. Single quotes is called which type? So how do you print that? For value in A, for value in A, val comma type of val, type of val. What is the type it is printed? str. Under numpy, str underscore. Everything treated as str only. What is your opinion now? Is ND array contains the same type or different type of which type? Highest type. What is the highest type here? Beautiful. So what is the question in entry point of view? Is ND array allows a different type? ఇప్పుడు చూపించింది మొద్దులు. Is ND array allows a different type? Yes. You have to answer. Even though I placed a different type, they are internally treated as what? Same type. Which type? Highest type. Highest type. What is this numpy dot underscore str? Already I said somebody asking, some James Gosling asked to Rohit Kumar. What is str underscore? This is called layman knowledge. What is str in my Python class? Already ఇక్కడ చూపించాను కదా మధు బాబు. What is str here? In this place also str underscore is called class only. That type of minimum knowledge in Python is required. Without having the Python knowledge, it is very difficult. For other batch students, I am saying to everybody. What it is str underscore? I already said you just now. Str underscore is what? Class. Module name is this one. Already written here. Int is this one. Int is this one. Are you following me? Right. So whether it is underscore or something is there, when str is coming, that is called what? Class. Come to the point of it. Are you following me? So what the question is coming? Can I place different values in ND array? Yes. How? By treating everything as which type? Highest type. Actually, arrays allows which values? Homogeneous. But how ND array allows a different type of elements as single type? You have to tell. Even though I place different type of values in a list, when I convert into what type? ND array type treated as which type? Same type only. Which type is that same type? Highest type it is converted. Clear? Now, my requirement is I don't want to treat as which type? str type. I want to treat them as what? Another type also. That one I'm going to introduce now. Very, very popular example. Let us come. All of you carefully listen. What I want to tell, this is an integer, this is a str, this is a float, this is a complex, this is a bool. That I already said. Let me print. Got it. Now, students, in our oops, actually, in our oops, those are people who already completed oops in my class. They know that. Even if you don't know that, also no problem. Today I want to tell you. What is int? What is int? Class. If it already there, I already said in the class. str also class. Float is also class. Bool is also class. Complex is also class. All types of what? Data types, which I said, 14 data types I said. All of them are what? Classes. Classes, right? So the point is, int is different, str is different, all these data types are different. Like he is called what? X employee, Y employee, Z employee, K employee, M employee, N employee. Like that, hundreds of employees are there. One employee will not listen another employee word because they are all equal position, right or not? All these people are independent employees. They are not having any dependency on everybody. But all of them will be of which type? All of them will be listening which words? Boss will remember or not? Boss. The CEO of the company will be there. CEO will pass some instruction. Will that instruction followed by everybody or not? What is the type of X, Y, Z are called employee? These are all called employee objects or not? Employee is called what here? Class. Types of employees are called what? Objects. Employee is also called what? Subtype of what? Boss. Boss is called what here? Superclass. Employee is called what here? Subclass. Boss is called superclass. Employee is called what here? That means here you have X object, Y object, Z object, or different people are there. They are all will listen the words of what? Boss. That is nothing but int type, float type, bool type, complex type, and all the types will have one super type is there for everybody. That is called object type. That is called object. What is object? Which is a super class for all the classes in Python. which is a super class for all the classes in Python. Sir, why this is only the super class? Because it provides garbage collection facility to its subclasses. This will come in where oops. And the people who taught you oops in our colleges and institutes are oops already oops. But the oops which I am explaining is so powerful. When you are already there in my classes, of course, those who did not complete oops in our classes, nothing to worry about it. When you come to oops, it's so beautiful under that classes. What people says outside institutes and outside classes, class is a collection of objects. That's a blunder. When you go to the class concept, syntax for defining a class, see that what class will contain. Because a deep discussion is required. Up and downs, if you learn, you are out of order. See the syntax of a class. What a class can contain. Class can contain what? So here data members will be there, methods will be there, and then constructors will be there, and a destructor will be there. These many things will present in the class. Coming to the point back, here I'm going to write it. Int type, float type, bool type, and all of them are what type? These are all called what? Subtypes. Who is the super type of that? Object. So I'm going to show you one small help. Here help of what? Int. What is int? Class. Subclass of what? Object class. Object class. You are there. Simple. మీకు ఎలా చెప్పాలా? మీరు చదివితే పర్లేదు అది. You take it. Suppose you are there. You are there. And your parent is there. Your parent. Who is a super class for you? Your parent. That parent is having one more parent or not? Grandparent. Who is the parent of you? Parent. Who is the grandparent? Your grandparent is also your super class. Whose parent is also called grandparent? 1,000 years back, like this, all people are having their own parents. That parents in 1,000 years back, there is only one parent is there. నేను అది క్లాస్ లో కూడా చెప్పాను. So we are our human nature, humans created how many years back we don't know. But when the nature started, there was only one human being was there. He is the parent for all the population in India. That means you are all brothers and sisters only. Don't fight to each other. So Nagpur person and then Hyderabad person 1,000 years back is a brother and sister only. Right or not? Interstate fighting, state to state fighting, no. Because they are all going to be the superpower of what? One parent only. I mean to say that one parent is called what? Object in Python. Help of this. Come to that. Class int in the bracket, what is there? What is an object? Super class for int. Super class for int. When you come to this oops level, sir, where you used to address that in the inheritance, I used to tell about inheriting the features of it. Last part of it I used to write. So for every class in Python, there exists an implicit predefined superclass called object, and it provides garbage collection facility to its subclasses. Garbage collection also I used to tell programmatically in the class. Every class name, there exists a predefined class object. In other words, object class type is a super type of what? All the data types. This concept you don't worry. Anyway, I'm explaining in the class. In a simple way, you can understand. In Python, everything is called what? Object. Object will contain what? Class. That class, X class, Y class, Z class are all the subtypes of each type. So now I have to tell to PVM, don't treat everything as what highest type. Treat everything as which type? Super type. What is the super type? Object type you treat it. Object type you treat it. How to treat that, sir? Now I'm going to enter into the class. Even if I define my own class also, let me define my own class here. Class KVR. Class KVR I'm writing. Simply I will say pass. What is that help of KVR? KVR superclass is what? Object. Object is a class of what? One module. What is the default module? Built-ins. Built-ins dot object. See that? Helper. Helper. What is this now? HELP. HELP. Help I will write it. See all of you. Class KVR. What is that class? Belongs to which module? What is an object? Super type for KVR. KVR type is nothing but which type? Object type. So int type, float type, bool type, any type, please treat as which type? Object type. So is it not treating everything as object type? So an ND array contains which values? Even though they are different type, everything treated as which type? Object type. Sir, how to do that, sir? Let us go to that example, sir. Enter here. This is called ND array. LSD here. Print that for loop once. Different type. Now I'm treating into what type? ND array type. Come on. A is equal to NP dot array of LSD comma. I'm telling. Earlier I wrote like this. Now I'm telling here. D type is equal to D type stands for data type is equal to you are writing what? Objects. I will explain it. Don't worry about it. First of all, are you following me? I'll explain more. Don't worry about it. This is called one concept is there. I will explain. D type is equal to object. Those who already completed functions in my class, it is called one type of keyword argument. It is called a keyword argument. D type is equal to object. Treat all the values of LST as which type? Object type. So please do that. Now print of what? A comma type of. I'm writing here. Print of A comma type of A, which is treated everything as it is as it is only. But internally their type is what? Type is object. Because all these values are treated as what type only? Different type here. But they are available as it is. But internally whose type is which type? So let me print it for value in A and print the value here. Value comma, here I'm writing comma type of value. And here we are going to get it. They are treated everything as normal type only, but they are internally taken into which type? Object type. Are you following me? So as it is, I want to treat, but internally PVM is treating that as which type? Object type. I hope you followed. This is a very, very important in interview. Very, very important. So one person is asking, what is the use of that? And if you don't understand, helpless. I want to do some calculation on this 10. I want to add some value. So is it possible to treat a string plus value is possible? 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 Suppose if I have Python here, Python. If you ask such type of data, very inconvenient for me. Python plus 10, it is going to give you what type error. If I say Python plus 10 is inconvenient. Suppose I want to have earlier when I go for it, treated everything as which type? STR type. When I treat everything as STR type, 10, this is 10, Venn array which is containing 10, which is an STR, plus this 10 is possible. Suppose if it is treated now as what? A of 0. A of 0 is called what type? 10. If I write 10, what is coming? 20. Earlier 10 was treated as what? STR. STR plus 10 is called what? Error is coming. Very, very simple. Because for anything, Python is a fundamental mother for all these things. If you don't know Python, it is very difficult. By forgetting, if you come to the class, it is very difficult. Are you following me? Your concatenation will not take place. Mr. Bolasi, you try to refer Python. This will not be taken place. This is an error here. Already in the beginning days only I said. And this is the one I said. Why this is able to access directly? Because already this is treated as it is, the values which are given, treated as it is. By treating internal as which type? So that I can do my operations easily without doing any typecasting mechanisms. Clear or not clear? Right, done. So what is the another concept here? What is the another meaning you need to get it out of all these things? I want to take it ND array numpy. Even we store, even though we store, even though we store which values? Different type of values. Even though we store which values? Different type of values. Different type of values. Different type of values. Internally treated as one. Treated as what type? Feature type, object type, but you need to write it programmatically during the writing. This is important even in pandas, even in NumPy, even in Matplotlib, even in SciPy, Scikit, machine learning, everywhere else you will get it. What is an object type? What is an object type? Super type of all the types. If I go to this A dot D type, if we get it, what the A dot D type is coming? Oh, the O stands for what? Object type. You can print also. You say just to print off. I will explain all these things in the class. The type. When we are coming to the range of what? Int type, float type, bool type, 10th class, small classes, you are entering into the highest professionalism data type. What is the data type for all the types? Object. What is an object? Super type for all the types in Python. One should not forget that. Sir, why this object? You go for it. Help of what? Object. Object doesn't contain any superclass. Student class object only. In object, there is no one more kind of thing. Object is a top class. Got it all? Everything I'm showing with the helper. And if you forget and come to the class, we can't do anything else. You have to be perfect in Python, first of all. Are you understanding, ma? Now, this is about in list. In list, I have int type, float type, bool type, etc. Can I treat all of them as single type? Not possible. You're getting what errors? Value errors are coming. STR, pure STR. Pure STR cannot be converted into int. Pure STR cannot be converted into other type. We are getting what errors? What errors? Value errors. In the typecasting, we used to do that. But in the case of Python, NumPy, when you come back, I can treat even though different types are there, I can convert into what type? Same type, which is a super type of all the types, which is known as object type. So what question will come in entry point of view? Can I organize different type of values in ND array? Yes, you can organize, but internally they are all treated as a super type of all the types that is called object type. So array meaning is carrying plus allowing different type of values also by treating all the different type of values as a single type called object type. They're very important. So I hope you followed this. Online students, did you understand this example? Did you understand this example here? That part which I converted and shown you. All of you try to respond it. Now I will move to the further. Now I will move to the further. These are the differences and I got it. Now I'm talking about similarities. Similarities I'm going to talk about it. Similarities I'm going to talk about it. Tell me what is the similarity of ND array versus list? Come on. List belongs to what? List object belongs to what? Mutable, immutable. Mutable. Mutable. Even ND array object also belongs to what? Mutable. What is a mutable object? What is mutable object, ma? Yes. Come on, quick. Stand up. What is the mutable object? Huh? What is mutable object? You learn Python here on the in this institute only. In this institute only you learn Python. Huh? What is mutable? Not modifiable. Here only you learn Python. Of course, you are not my batch, of course. You are belongs to other batch. Not modifiable is called mutable. Huh? Question. So mutable means what? What is mutable and immutable? So if we come to this place and here there is a topic, very soon I will give my notes for you. What is the mutable property? What are the mutable property? What is the immutable property? We need to know. Mutable object is one whose content can be changed or updated or modified at which address. That is called what? Mutable. Immutable object is one which will satisfy these properties. This is called what? Immutable. So when you come to this place, when you come to this place here, LST is this one, LST is this one, print of what, LST, comma, type of LST, comma, ID of LST, ID of LST, this is my data, LST of 0 is equal to, LST of 0 is equal to 100 I'm writing, 100 I'm writing, which is I'm updating that, which is printed 100. To which address? Same address. This is known as what? Mutable. Immutable object never go for changing at the same address. Changed and a different address will become. But item assignments are not permitted. These points are very important. These points are important. Other students don't feel it because if I don't ask that, I don't know whether you are talented or not. That's why I read my notes to become successful. Right? If you say not modifiable, how wrong it is, ma? Right? So I'll give my notes, read that notes, only read that notes. Now I will move to the further. Here I can change these two values. I can change these two values. LST of what? 1 colon 3 is equal to, I will write it ER comma 12.33. I can write it. This is called a slice based modification. Already in the beginning days only you learned it. At which address? Now I want to go for convert into what array? ND array. A is equal to NP dot what? Array of LST comma object. Directly I can write object, no problem. Earlier I wrote D type is equal to. Now I'm writing object, it is good. Beauty. So much of examples I will tell you. Mind blowing. YouTube, JetTube, XTube, nothing will do. Me tube puncture అవుతుంది. When you listen that, your tube will be spoiled. So print of A, comma, type of A, which is going to be like this. What is happening? ND array. Everything treated like that. Now A of 0, which is 100. A of 0 is equal to 300. 300. No problem. Print of course, I forget to print the ID. Once again, I will print the ID of A. See students, it is modified. Once again, I will change students. It's called 1300. I will say print of that A. Is ID is same or not? Is it not equal to mutability like a list? So what is the list and ND array? List and ND array, both of them are what? Mutable. Mutable. Now I'm going to change it as what? A of 1 colon 3 is equal to, now I'm writing John Hunter and then now 45.67 I will write it. So print this now. Is it going to be changing that or not? At which address? So it is equal to what? That is known as what? Similarity. Similarity. You're able to follow. So similarities are what? List allows us to take what values? Same type, different type. All of them are what? Different type it is treated. But here also allows different type. But internally they are treated as which type? Object type. So similarity is what? Values organization is concerned. Values organization is concerned. Both the values can be same type, different type. Here also allowed, but internally treated as what type? Object type. These are the two similarities will be available both on both of them indexing and slicing. But advanced indexing and advanced slicing is not there in list, and advanced indexing and slicing is there in where? ND array. First question you will come across in Numpy is what is the purpose of Numpy? You have to tell that 5 advantages. Next, what is the similarity of this ND array with the list? You have to tell this. So they will come to a conclusion that you know Numpy. So this last two classes and this class is totally overall is what? Differences and similarities between traditional Python list versus ND array. That is the main intention I want to bring it. And what is ND array? I want to bring it. Now I'm showing one important documentation. Whatever is explained, I'm giving the beautiful notes for you. That beautiful notes try to listen and understand. So differences between traditional Python list and then ND NumPy module. First I'm talking about what? Similarities. This document today I will share it. And with yesterday's concept of what I did. Come on, read out. An object of list used to store multiple values of same type or different type and both the types with unique and duplicates object in single object. That is called list. Come to, in NumPy programming, data is organized in the object of ND array, which is one of the predefined class in NumPy module. Hence, an object of ND array can store same type, different type, both the types with unique and duplicate in single object by treating everything in the form of what? Object type. Got it or not? Yes. The objects of ND array and a list are mutable. Changes can take place at the same address. What you have seen programmatically, you are learning that. And this is a quite advisable to all the students. Only a faculty teaching theory, you throw it on their face. You expect for every line coding. Then only your life will settle. Only if you learn this theory or something, no use. This is my kind advice. First apply on my class. So differences between Python traditional list and ND array and NumPy module. Come on, first difference. An object of list contains both homogeneous and heterogeneous values, whereas an object of ND array of NumPy contains store similar type of values in the bracket. Even we store different values, internally they are treated as a type by treating the values of type object. Object. So what is an object? An interviewer is asking. You have to ask. Are you asking normal object or are you asking class object? If you say class object means you have to tell what is the object, which is a super type of every type. Getting me? Yes. Come on. On the object of list, we can't perform vector based operation, whereas on the object of ND array, we can perform vector based operation. You've seen already coding. Seen or not? Yes. Don't accept a single line without a programming example in my class. Apply the same thing on every class because to settle down in the industry, you need practical exposure. Otherwise, it becomes waste. Noise. First, in large sampling of data, list-based applications takes more memory space, whereas NDRA object takes less memory space. Already you've seen small values, memory space method, big values, memory space method, everything shown. Next, list-based applications are not efficient because the list-based values takes more time to extract or retrieve. Why? They are available at different addresses. You've seen already the different addresses. Whereas NumPy-based applications are efficient because the NDRA object values takes less time to extract or retrieve. Why? They are available at the same address, clustered. You've seen the clustered mechanism. I shown you practical and I printed. List object can't perform complex mathematical operations like addition of the matrices, which is not there in where list. Inner list plus inner list, if I write it, they are merged together. But I want to get the addition of it. Is it possible to get it? If at all I need to do it, I'd write a big code for it. I'd write my own 15 lines of code. But very complex. Whereas an object of ND array can perform complex mathematical operation like matrix addition. I wrote what plus, and I wrote a function called what add. Getting my point? So where I can do mathematical operations easy. List ND array. That is the NumPy part. Okay. Next, an object of list cannot be reshaped to 1D, 2D, ND. Can I reshape my 10 elements into 5 by 2 or 2 by 5 like that? Can I modify the 16 elements into 3, 4, 4, comma, something like 2, comma, 2, comma, 2 like that? No. Which is possible to reshape it in where? ND array only. Whereas ND array object can be reshaped as 1D and 2D and ND. You've seen the reshaping mechanism now? These are called advantages. Expect the same thing for every concept. I'm going to show the programmatically this example. Are you getting? To learn data science, this is a programming required. Some people will directly join data science. They don't know coding, zero coding. They don't know anything. They can't even succeed in the first class itself. Where every algorithm of data science can be easily implemented when you know Python coding. So, but data structure is there, stack concept is there, stack. To write the stack concept, what do you need to know? Language you need to know. C, C++, Java, Python you need to know. Then only stacks, queues program you can write it. Otherwise, how can you write students? Is it possible to write? Not possible. So language is a backbone for you. Once a backbone is clear, you can stand for hours together. Once a backbone is not there, you want to sit always like a handicapped only. Understand? Who is successful in the career? Who knows the language? Data science, AI, and all these things are what? Concept based. To implement the concept, what do you need? Language. Once you know language well, you will do wonder. Right or not? Yes. You want to write a good English poem. What do you need to know? Language is important. If you want to know Hindi poem, you want to write. What do you need to know? Hindi language. Telugu poem, Telugu language. Telugu only don't know. You want to write poem. Who will read that poem? That person only will read. So come to the point of it. Clear? Well, this is a compulsory question in interview point of view that you need to take care. And I want to go for advantages of NumPy. Of course, the same thing in another format, what they will ask you. Come on, ma, all of you carefully try to follow. Advantages of using NumPy. Come on, start. Need of NumPy. With the revolution of data science, data analysis, libraries like NumPy, SciPy, Scikit, pandas. 1 minute. SciPy, Scikit. These are called what? Machine learning models of modules. But once you know these modules clearly, SciPy and Scikit are the modules which are built on the top of what? NumPy only. That are easy for you. These modules, etc., have seen a lot of growth with a much easier syntaxes other than programming languages. Python is the first choice language for the data scientist. For addition of matrices, will the person who has completed C language 25 years back, will he write 35 lines of code? You take any person who is working in the industry from 25 years onwards, give a matrix multiplication code. They don't know. Test and call and mirror, sir. What I'm saying, a person who is working 20 years in the industry, you just ask this question, write a program for factorial of a number, you give it. They don't know. Sir, why? Why? I don't want to tell the reason. You try to find out by yourself. 10 years person, you take it. 10 years experienced person is there. Na? You ask this question, make it there, no problem. What question you'll ask? Write a Python code for factorial of a number, open the laptop and ask them to do it. They'll try to search in the Google. They don't know how to build the logic. So what are the reasons? There are various reasons are there. Because I don't want to tell you that. Even if you go to industry tomorrow after working 10 years, you also will don't know. Sir, why? That's why. Don't lose the command over the coding. And you're getting 10 years, 15 years, finally you don't know any coding, they will remove you. They will remove. Compulsory they will remove. Why? Your salary that time 2 lakhs, 2.5, 3 lakhs, something like that. You don't know coding also. Simply doing some other activity which is not useful at all. Of course, I'm not talking about any experienced person. If any experienced person is there, don't feel it. The open fact I'm saying. That's why don't lose the command over the coding. Because what nowadays I'm observing it, after getting 20, 25 years of experience, most of them I'm talking about, 90% of them will be given pink slip. And in place of 2.5 lakhs, 5 freshers will come. They will do more energetic work than that person. Are you following? That's why in order to not to lose the job opportunity after that, you need to be connected with what? Coding. Okay now? So don't think that up to 60 years I will work. It's a government job like that. You don't know. Once you lose your talent, that day they will try to fire you. So you are something like a balloon. Balloon means what? One small hole is there, air will go. You know how air will go, you know already. Like that, you are something like a balloon in the industry. This is my advice. Don't lose by yourself. Other, what is your favorite programming language, sir? Okay. My favorite programming language is మీకెలా తెలుసు నా గురించి మీకు అంతా తెలుసా యూ నో ఎవ్రీథింగ్ రైట్ బికాస్ I worked in the industry for so many years together. That's why Python I'm teaching this much forcefully to you because I was there in the industry for so many years. Java means almost like we enter into the research level. Compared to Java, Python is a dead easy. That's why without taking a single breath, I'm going on talking. I'm shouting on you, shouting on you. If I teach my Java subject to any of the Ameripet student, jump, jump, they will jump because they don't know anything because it's such a complicated. For loop is there, for example, in Python. For loop is there in your C language. For what? Initialization part, conditional part, updation part. Still 1947 story only. Actually, that for loop we won't use it in the industry for 90% of the time. We will use what some other for loop in Java. It's called a collection framework. One for loop is there. If I tell that for loop in the class, now jump. Sorry, what first? They don't know what is the answer. They don't know how to use it. So first of all, industry fragments you need to get it. Understand? That's why come to the point of it. Now come. Second point. NumPy provides convenient and efficient way to handle the vast amount of data. Sir, what is that vast amount of data? Which I'm explaining in the class. Go to the place. Suppose I'm going to enter into this place. Here I'm going to enter here. I'm having this is having like this Google Play Store project. I'm explaining. If you go to that CSV files, you take it. CSV files. In your Google Play Store in your mobile is there or not? So how to download the data? Google Play Store contains you see how many apps are there. Wonderful, these are all. You won't find in any of the YouTube, XTube, JetTube. So if you keep this kind of project in your resume, you apply for anywhere and write the description and you will get the calls. And see that this is a CSV file which I'm explaining in the classes only. This is generally no faculty of Python will explain this. 9 a.m. when you go to the CSV, they are going to have first level CSV examples here. First a small CSV file, student here. This is called small data, small CSV file, Excel sheet. How to create an Excel sheet using Python? Dynamically how to create, I will explain in the classes. Such a big CSV file which contains app name, category, rating, reviews, size, installs, type, price, content, generous, update, current version, Android version. How many apps are there here? How many apps are there? You come down, ma. You see how many apps are there? There are 10,842 apps are there. Will you read all of them? No. But I want to write a Python code to find out which app name having more reviews. Write the app name which contains more reviews. Use pandas and then what? If you use Python code, you cannot write it all. 20 days తీసుకున్న అయిపోదు. If you take pandas and NumPy, you will do very easily. You will wonder, sir, such a easy. Now Telangana state released the 10th class results. Some 5 lakh, 6 lakh students are written. I want to find out 5 toppers. That Telangana state 10th class results, I will take it in the form of Excel file. That Excel file, I will do a lot of analysis on this. For doing that analysis and all, what is required? NumPy required. I want to take 5 mathematics toppers. I want to take 5 highest CGPA students. District-wise data I want to print. District-wise 5 top districts, last 5 top districts. Who got more than 70%, less than 70%, whatever the officials require, I will do the dashboard statements. To do that, I need what? Some tools and programming languages required. NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib requires. And later, CM will announce the 10th class results, or Education Minister will announce the result by giving this type of concept like how they will give some type of result like this. 1 minute. So they will go for something like what they will do. They will give one pie chart. Total results are this many. Failures are this many. Pass percentage is this many. They will give pie chart. Pie chart is how do you display the pie chart? With NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. NumPy will do calculation. Pandas will give the model for analyzing, and then Matplotlib will go for visualization. If the education minister knows how to draw pie chart, somebody will play that PowerPoint presentation. They will read out. Who is the backbone for that to design? You people. Education minister don't know ABCDs of Python, but they will read out. Correct or not? Union minister, finance minister will allocate the budget, agriculture, export, software, skilled employees, unskilled training, all these things. They will allocate the budget. They will give the pie chart or not. That pie chart who will generate? The software team will generate, and that minister will read out. So to do that kind of thing, what is required? These tools are required. So how to write the code for such a big one? I will go for it. Not only the students, when you go to the place, here I will go to this place here. And these are all I'm going to explain in the class for you because this is required compulsory for you. When you go to this place, there is something like employee salary, e-commerce analysis, e-commerce. It is also one of the, in one day, how Amazon will get the orders from the customers. Address, lot, AM, PM, browser, which company, credit card, what is that entire things. This is one day the sales analysis report I got it. How many? 10,001 orders came in one moment from one area. How to do this kind of analysis? Next, I will go to one more thing. Employee salary report. See that how many salary reports are there here? Employer name, job title, basic pay, etc. How to calculate all these things? See how many are there? 1,48,655 entries are there. How to analyze such a big data? Where can I organize all these things? Is list enough? Come on. Where can I store? NDRA. Who can organize such type of data? NDRA. So we have to think bigger. With our revelation of data science, data analysis libraries like this have seen a lot of growth. That's why NumPy is a convenient way to organize vast amount of data. And NumPy is a very convenient with a matrix operations and data reshaping. NumPy is a fast which makes reasonable work with what? Large sets of data. Are you getting my point? Right. Next, advantages of using what? Advantages of what? NumPy programming. Number one. Read out all of you. With the NumPy programming, we can deal with arrays such as 1D, 2D, multi-dimensional arrays. To deal with that, is it easy for you or difficult? Dead easy. With a C language, you think 3D arrays have you done in the class? Huh? Sir said subheading, but programming not done. Why you did not ask? 2D only you did not understand. 3D, మనకు ఎందుకు లేదు 2D అర్థం కాలేదు 3D కి ఏం పోతాం పోనీలే అనుకుంటా. But when you come to an interview, I will ask only 3D. You will say what? Question mark. Is it not enough to go to home? So don't leave the faculty with the normal things. You ask because you are paying the fees now, students. Don't lose your interest. So here, don't feel anything. Ask me, I will explain. But you should read and ask. Without reading and asking, if you ask innocent doubt, I'll directly say it is an innocent doubt. Why innocent doubt? Because I already explained it. Again, if you are asking the same thing, means what? Meaningless. Come. Next, we can deal with this. NumPy maintains a minimal memory space for what? Large data. Minimal means what? Less memory space. Next, NumPy provides a fast in performing operations because internally data available at the same address. That is called clustered addresses. Are you getting my point? Next, NumPy performs array-oriented computing. That means NumPy organizes everything in the form of array-based computing plus complex mathematical operations performed by what? NumPy. So NumPy organizes the data in the array orientation. Array orientation means what? 0 to n minus 1 index, minus 1 to minus of len of a. Four corners I said, 0, last one, negative minus 1, and the last one. Already you know in my beginning of the Python sessions only. Next, it efficiently implements multi-dimensional arrays. 2D, 3D, cubic, image processing arrays are useful. Are you following me? Next, it performs scientific computations like linear algebra. We use it in scientific computational level. We use it. We will see in the calculation part. It is capable of performing reshaping the data stored in multi-dimensional arrays. I can convert multi-dimensional array into single dimensional to 2D, whatever the dimensional you want, I can convert it by using what function? Reshape of. I'll go for it. NumPy provides many built-in functions. So many built-in functions. That many I will tell you for various mathematical operations such as statistical operations, financial operations, trigonometric operations. Trigonometric operations. Are you following me? So, what is the use of trigonometry? Sin theta, cos theta, you have done or not? What is the use of sin theta? నాకలు చూసేం కదా నాకలు చూసుకుని స్మైలింగ్ సార్ ఏం చేద్దాం సార్ పోనీయండి sin theta cos theta you learned or not hypotenuse by opposite side that this etc your written exam marks came then when you go to Infosys tomorrow or Amazon what is the use of sin theta what you look at where is my 10th class or intermediate sir everybody will you go and ask the same question to that no. So you have to learn practical approach. Don't learn theoretical approach. I will explain all these things in the class. Don't worry about it. Are you following me? These are called what? Advantages of NumPy. So overall together, what did you understand so far? NumPy importance in the industry. So to tell about only NumPy, I require this much of practical exposure. Without showing the practical example, I would have been completing this entire thing in one class, 40 minutes over. What you will do? You will also, believe KVR sir, you will also remember, okay, you will buttify, I'll go to interview. Now I'll say, what question? First question in interview. List is not possible to perform vector-based operation. In NDRA, we can perform vector-based operation. Show me how it is satisfied. What you will say? You will open Jupyter notebook and you will give the laptop for you. Will you show? While looking at the laptop only, you will shake like anything. You will fear like anything. No, sir, I cannot touch the laptop because it's an allergy, sir. Allergy problem, sir. So that time, what you will do? You will not do anything else. So finally, they will think what? You are a tiger on the paper, but not tiger on the coding. Tiger on the paper means you're exam-oriented student. 24 booklet answer is given. You will fill 24 booklets, but you cannot fill up a small fill in the blank in the software industry. Correct or not? So you have to improve what? Coding. Shall I move forward? Now, I am entering into the class. I am entering into the class. Students in online, did you understand, my dear students? Please respond, everybody. Come on, all of you. So this part plus this documentation, I hope it is more clear. So come to the point of it. Rohit Kumar, if we fill 24 pages, they will give A grade, sir. Yes, Rohit, exactly you said. Because they will take a scale, how many centimeters of code, centimeters length, that many marks they will give. But if I take your answer sheet now, I will bring the prescribed textbook first of all. I will open your answer sheet, I will open the textbook. I will read this and here. Even a word and a match out of even one word matching here and there, I will call you that time. In front of you only correction. You only do the correction. Will you correct it or not? You will correct. What marks you will get it? Hmm. Come on. Huh? What marks you will get? Textbook answer and you wrote the answer. What marks you will get it? Big under. Zero. Finally, what happens? Fail. Total 6 subjects, 6 zeros. Parents will fail 1,30,000 paid 0 marks. Yes. That is what is called academics. Industry, no answer sheet, no pen, no paper. They will go directly what task? Task they will give you. Task they will give you. What task they will give you, students? What task they will give you? Go to this place. Hacker rank example. Open that, and I will go to this place. Here I will open this. Here I will open it. What code I will open it? You go to this place. Here I'm going to take it. I will open this. I'll go to open this now. Here I will take up. Here I will write it. In this case, I'll open this task. I will give you directly. So this task I will give you. So I'll enter. I'll enter this. You leave it and see this. Birthday candle cake. Birthday cake candles. చూడంగానే అయిపోతుంది మన బర్త్డే కూడా మర్చిపోతాం అసలు వెన్ యూ లుక్ అట్ దట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ యూ విల్ ఫర్గెట్ యువర్ బర్త్డే ఆల్సో వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ చదువుకోండి సరే రీడ్ దట్ దిస్ ఇస్ వాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు మై స్టూడెంట్ ఇఫ్ దే రీడ్ వెల్ యూ విల్ డూ దేర్ ఆర్ they are in change of cake's child's birthday. You have decided to cake, but they are giving some description. But actually, that is a dead easy. But you need to have the understanding English. This is what you need to solve it. So what is that? You are in change of the cake for a child's birthday. You have decided the cake will have one candle for each year of their total age. They will only be able to blow out tallest of the candles. Count how many candles are there. Example they are giving 4, 4, 1, 3. Suppose మీకు అర్థం కాలేదు ఇది. Because 70% of the people will not understand that. Because English is poor. Though you are English medium from childhood days, you cannot. No problem. Example చూసుకోండి 4, 4, 1, 3. The maximum height candles are 4 units high. 4 units high because there are 4, 4. 2 units are 4, 4 only. And there are 2 of them. So written what? 2. Written what? 2. Come on. Complete the function birthday cake candles in the editor below. Birthday cake candles as this following. What is this now? Int candles of n. What is this n now? List of candles. List of candles. What is this now? Candle side. What we will do? Simple kadamma. This is called what? DE of candles count of what? N. What is that n? What is that n? 4, 4, 1, 3. 4, 4, 1, 3. 4, 4, 1, 3. What we will do? What we will do? Madhubabu, max. You need to find what? Max of what? N. N. What is the value coming? 4. Now I will do what? N dot what? Count of what? Max of n. What is the max of n? 4. Count how many? 2. Return what? Return. I will write return of. Done. Understood? ఇది రాయాలంటే ఏం కావాలి యూ నీట్ నో లిస్ట్ ఫంక్షన్స్ కౌంట్ I said already or not? Yes. So constraint ఇచ్చడం వల్ల 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. What is the maximum candles here? 3. What is the output? 2. Here 3, 3. Here I wrote the code like this. Here I wrote the code. What is this now? Birthday cakes candles. What I am doing? Sort. I'm sorting. Last value is known as what? Last value. When I sort 4, 4, 1, 3. Now what is the last value? 4. Minus 1 is containing what? Highest value. What I'm doing? Return. And this entire thing is written. Run the code. You need to give this code. So I will write my Python. It's my account only. So I'll say here. I'll write my code. So this is my account actually. So say run this code. It is executing. Output sample test case. You say submit the code. You'll get congratulations. Test cases. Everything satisfied. Congratulations. On the spot you'll get. You are selected. Even in the what is there? What is there? Such a easy thing. Will you do in my Python class easy or not? It is a dead easy. But only thing is you need to understand this. This is called a real subject. Faculty will not tell this. They'll say addition of 2 numbers, subtraction of that, this, etc. Nothing will come to with that. Got it or not? This is reality of the subject. If you go to IBM, if you go to PayPal, anywhere, they will conduct like this. Is it a big deal or smaller? Very small. They are giving a lot of 10 years, 20 years. 10 years candles are 4, 20 years candles are 6. 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 20. So they are asking highest number of candles which are lighting. So you will sort it. Last one will go or not? Take the last one, apply the count and return. That thought will come. That thought is known as what? Reading the notes. Understand this? ఏమై చెప్పరేంటా మీకు అర్థం కాకపోయినా నాకైతే వచ్చేసింది రైట్ కమ్ అవుట్ దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ I used to tell in my class. Why this is my total target. That's why my Python is so superly I used to tell in the class. Even if it's that much forceful in the class, if you don't read, nothing will happen. Even NumPy also I will tell you. Every question in data science level, when the coding comes, it is from here only. Now I am entering into next. Now I set to enter into that. So Rohit Kumar, every college faculty asking after exam, student, how many pages you filled? If you tell 24 pages, they said you pass, no doubt. Okay. Now, good. Rohit, my dear student, come. Now, now Raju saying, sir, you said that how to set the path in this error. Pip is not recognized as internal or external. So this is a doubt he is asking. When the pip is not working, go to CMD. Already said where is the path is available. So I said to you, this is the place. When pip is not working, what do? You need to write. Who is this student? Raju, Mr. Raju. Set path is equal to, you need to go to where? This place, all apps, go to this Python. Ideally, you open it. Here you observe it. Go to file, open. Already said now. Pip is present in where? Scripts folder. scripts folder. Palakanda sir. Scripts, here scripts. Already it is there, Python folder, scripts. Under that, all files you take it. All files. All files. Pipo, Pipo 3, Pipo 1.3. Take this entire address. Raju, come to the place. Here you need to paste it. Enter key. Enter key. If you press enter, if you press enter, set this. ST Gado. Set. Set. Now you can type it. Mr. Raju, are you okay? Did you understand this now? How to set the path? Raju. Raju is out of order. So coming to that. Okay, ma, Gopichan, definitely I will share my notes. This is for all students of mine and other students. Actually, I used to give this entire thing in the form of zip file. Those who are completing, to every student who are attending this NumPy and Python, I will give definitely for you, and don't worry about it. Already made it zip files also here. Student also. KVR part 1, KVR part 2, two zip files are there here. I'll ready to give it. Let me streamline my batch after keeping this entire notes. Once you get acquainted with my notes, I'll send this notes also for you. Okay, now, did you understand now? So come to back, come to this place. Here I'm trying to conclude my sentences. This is the one. Next I need to enter into the another topic which I need to. Now I understand the importance of NumPy. So I need to organize the data in the NumPy or not. So how to organize the data in the NumPy? I must know about ND array. Where you are organizing the data in NumPy? In one object. Total NumPy will organize the data in one object. That object will contain what? Class. What is the class name? ND array. First question they will ask you, what is ND array after asking NumPy. What is ND array? ND array is one of the predefined class whose object allows us to store one-dimensional data, two-dimensional data, n-dimensional data. On that, I can perform so many number of operations. Data shaping onwards, statistical operations, sorting, searching, retrieval, time complexities, statistical operations, trigonometric operations, financial operations, so many operations I will do. That object, how to create it. That is what I'm going to talk. Number of approaches to create an object of ND array. Number of approaches to create an object of ND array. How many approaches are there? I'm going to tell you. How many approaches are there to create an object of list? Python is over now. How many approaches are there to create an object of list? Two. Good. Two. Nice. Nice. Tell me, what are the two? Empty list is equal to list of. This is called one list object. I said in the beginning of my classes, L1. This is the data. One more is called what? I will go to L2 is equal to what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then RS. Now I'm writing print of what here? L2, what? Type of L2. Type of L2. This is also called one list, non-empty list. There is one more list also you can create. S is equal to what? Mississippi. Mississippi. This is my data. This is my data which I'm having. I want to convert into which type? List type. L3 is equal to list of S. List of S. Print of what? L3. L3. Also which type? Also which type? List type. This is also one more type. Are you following me? So like this we can go on creating. Like that, ND array object can be created with 17 ways. In 3 ways, కూడా చెప్పేసి అయిపోయిందంట. మీరు కూడా అయిపోయిందంట. When you go to interview, person like me will show HD cinema for you. 17 ways, at least 10 ways you tell me, I will say 10 ways. How to create an identity matrix, I will ask you. Identity matrix. Do you know identity matrix? Principal diagonal elements are 1. Rest of the upper elements and lower elements are what? 0. How to create an identity matrix? How to create an identity matrix? I want to go for it. How do I do that? Is equal to np dot identity. Identity of 3. 3, 3 matrix I am creating. Type of A. ND array. Is it not called identity matrix? Student, come on, faster. Is it not identity matrix? Yes, which is containing comma, I will write it, comma, int I will write it. Print of A, is it not identity matrix? I'll say, it kanpichulanga, 6 పెద్ద రాసాను. Print of A, is it identity matrix or not? See the identity matrix here, is the principal diagonal elements are 1 or not? And this is called what? Above things are called what? Upper, these are called lower matrix. This is known as what? Principal diagonal elements. Right? How to create this? Now you write a Python code for creating identity matrix. You will not come to the class that time. Because C language you take, C++ you take it, and Python you take it. That's why Python is becoming a default language in everywhere else in the industry now, because it provides a lot of facilities for you. It provides embedded facility to take any of the third-party modules in Python also. That's why Python is only the language which is there in the next 30 years. There is no other alternative for this. After 30 years, there is one language is coming which will beat Python also. That is Julia. And that time you will be retired and you will be in some meditation level. That time which language is coming? Why you want to bother? Your children will learn that Juliana or something they will learn. Correct or not? So you have to learn what first work perfectly? Python. So you are thinking about children, sir. First we need to get job, na, sir. Well, your own thinking, I know. So come. Anyhow, these 17 ways, tomorrow class I will tell you. Even if I start, it takes some time. 17 ways I'll write. One by one, crystal clear. I will explain all coding one by one. Okay now? Don't miss tomorrow class. We'll go for it. So, Rohit Kumar, we never thought these all happened in Python. Okay. So, come to the point of it. See, with Python, you can do everything except oxygen creation. An oxygen creation for surviving, oxygen is required or not? Except that you can do everything with Python. That is the slogan from the PSF, Python Software Foundation. That's why read well. Okay. Right. Thank you. Take care. All the best. Don't miss the class tomorrow. Class very, very important. Online students. Am I audible, students? Am I audible to you? Please respond, all of you. Yes. So, any more doubts you have, you can ask me. Any doubts you have, you can ask me. You can raise your hands. I will clarify. Touch. There. I will take. Then now you with that. Need to learn deep, not just zero level. Don't learn deep. I'll give my notes to you. So, any doubts, students? Any doubts you have? I'll clarify. Yeah, all the students in the online, you're asking my Python notes. I will give you more. Don't worry about it. Compulsory, I will give my notes for you, but have it. So 1 or 2 days, you wait. I'll give my notes for everybody. I will give my Python notes. Okay, now don't get any tension. I'll give my core Python, advanced Python. Both of them I will give you. Okay, now all the people, don't worry about it. I will give compulsory for you. Okay, Venkata Lakshmi, I will give you, ma. I'll give you. So all the things. Nagendra, I'll give you. Vamshi, I will give you. Compulsory, I will give my notes. Right. So take care and don't miss the further classes. Any more doubts, students? Shankar, tell me, Shankar.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
We need to install Anaconda or Miniconda, sir.
Anaconda, my dear student. Anaconda Jupyter Notebook. Anaconda Jupyter Notebook.
Okay, sir.
Anaconda Jupyter Notebook. You download it. Okay, now?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Right. Any more doubts, students? Surya Prakash, you can do. You can do. First, you sort it out our notes problems. In that, you will come across that example also. Shahiullah. Is NDRA used in machine learning because of cluster concept? That cluster is an algorithm. Clustering is an algorithm. This is an English word I'm using. Shahiullah. That clustering algorithm is different. This cluster is an English word where I'm using for grouping of the data. It's at same address. Okay. So any more doubts? Okay, students, take care and don't miss. No more hand raising symbols are there. I hope that there is no doubts. I will log out and I will keep the notes now itself in the Google Drive Plus. Download and then try to practice well. Okay. Take care, students. Aditya, so how you are managing these many classes every day, sir? So there is a top secret. Okay. So managing means it's our responsibility not to take all classes. So we'll do that. So thank you, students. All the best. So we'll meet in the tomorrow class. Don't miss it.